Okay, so I have a lot of things going on this trapezoid. First of all, it's not an isosceles trapezoid, I can tell because the base angles here are not congruent. But what I do know is that these three lines, both these two bases and the midsegment here, are parallel to each other. So I do know, for example, right away that n, before I do anything else, n has to equal 68 degrees. Because if these two lines are parallel, this and the 68-degree angle are corresponding angles, so they have to be congruent. So n is, let's see if I can get this, n is 68 degrees, and I didn't have to show any work for that, and it didn't ask me to give a justification. Now, m, well, angle 1 here would be corresponding with 53, but we also know from the work we did in this unit that these two just very directly have to be supplementary. So m plus 53 equals 180, which means m equals 127. So m is 127 degrees. And then p is the average of these two, so p is 40 plus 68 divided by 2. That's 108 divided by 2, so p is 54 centimeters. So 54 centimeters. So I have this situation, and in this case, frankly, the fact that this is 2 inches really doesn't matter. I need to know these angles. So I'm going to label this interior angle of this decagon 1. So if that's the case, if that is 1, then to find the measure of angle 1, well, if it's a decagon, then the sum of the interior measures is 180 times 10 minus 2, because I could create 8 triangles in a decagon. But the measure then of just one of those, I would have to divide by 10. So once I do that, I end up with the measure of angle 1 being 144 degrees. Now if I see, here's 1, this would be B, this would also be B. This is 360 degrees because it forms a circle. So B has to be 360 minus the 144 that I just found. That would give me the measure of these two B's together, but then I'd have to divide by 2 to get just one B. So 360 minus 144 is 216, divided by 2 gives me that B is 108 degrees. Now, if this is A, this is also A, so we know from what we know about a trapezoid that A and B have to be supplementary. So A is 180 minus 108. A is a 72-degree angle.